Everyone's dressing in red.
Red, which represents the colour of the uniform that Daniel was wearing the day he was abducted.
Firstly, the terminology of the question is perfect because there's two stages of business. At the start, where you take everybody, and then in a few years in, when you've got your reputation, you've got the runs on the board, you can actually pick and choose who you work with. Fortunately, we're in the second category now, but it wasn't always like that. Cheers, cheers, Jack. Thanks. It's my business partner. Day for Daniel. We've been really fortunate to have been selected as the national ambassadors for the Daniel Morecambe Foundation.
Everyone's dressing in red.
He's going to wear red, which represents the colour of the uniform that Daniel was wearing the day he was abducted.
So what's happening here tonight?
So tonight we've got 6 of Gold Coast's most successful entrepreneurs over the last decade. They're going to come and open up. We're calling it Entrepreneurs, the Real Stories. So we're going to get dirty, we're going to get down to the nitty gritty, all things business. It's not as glamorous as some people make out to be, so we're going to hopefully open up people's eyes to the pros and cons of entrepreneurship and going out and starting your own business, and hopefully give them a bit of guidance along the way as well.
Super excited, man, and really humbled to be here, and hopefully I can share some good knowledge for everyone that comes along today.
I'm the founder of Business News Australia, which is a business news site, and it will report on entrepreneurs, we report on business news in general.
The real stories. Who's ever been to a seminar before and felt like somebody was just regurgitating lines at them? Awesome. I want to make you one promise this evening. Not one of these 6 speakers have received a single pre-prepared question from us. Everything we are going to ask them this evening from us and from you guys is going to be raw, uncut, and off the cuff.
First off, we love having a bit of a competition, me and you. So I thought I'd put that video on because I knew you'd have one at the start. I work a lot because I love the process. To me, I actually like the process more than the end goal. And I've got some weird fetish with it. And I just love working. I love providing. I love giving back. I love knowing that I can look after my family. And I just love work. And I'm very self-aware with that.
Has anyone heard the story of the Chinese bamboo tree? Any Asians here? Yeah. Chinese bamboo tree is any of you who haven't heard the story, it's amazing. So the Chinese bamboo tree, when you sow the seed, you bury it and you have to water it for 4 years. 4 years, you have to continue to water every single day, and every single day you see zero growth. You don't see it spurt through the ground. After 4 years, that bamboo tree grows 80 foot in 6 weeks. 80 foot in 6 weeks. So it's a very good analogy to relate back to business, the business journey, where you're putting in the hard work day in, day out, and seeing little to no result, but then the result comes on the back end. You can see your business, similar to ours, we've grown very fast, and see your bamboo tree grow 80 foot in 6 weeks.
I think the number one way to offend an entrepreneur or the founder of a scaling business is to call them an overnight success. One challenge you faced when I first met you is you are in the relationship space, and people formulate a strong relationship with you. Relationship building rapport is your strength. What often your clients feel like is you win them, and then you try to offset them onto an accounts manager. Some people might be going through that challenge. They're winning a lot of business, but as your business is scaling past being bigger than just you as the individual, how can people go about still winning a client, but making sure that they still feel the love of Naomi whilst being serviced by a secondary?
And I'm sure you have this problem too. I guess it is a real challenge. We use some framework when we're actually pitching to talk through the team and talk through the team structure. So we actually present the team at a pitch that is going to be working on the account. So the way we position that is we say, and this is the truth, that I will be involved in all strategic direction, but you will have an account director, and the account director will be usually sitting next to me. I'll usually try and do less of the talking and have them come forward and do more of the talking. And then we explain to them that you will have an account manager that will be your main day-to-day point of contact, and you'll have an account executive, you'll have a full-time journalist, you'll have a social media person, you'll have a photographer, but here's your people, your core people. And it seems to work. They just, at the end of the day, smaller agencies, you can get the director with a one-man band, and I'm across all of the business. I actually am across every campaign in the business. But they just have to form that relationship with the person who's underneath that account director. And
as everybody else has done, in your 15-second elevator pitch, why should every single person in this room go away and Google Ruby Communication?
Because everyone's got an inspirational story to tell. We are storytellers, so we're like the vessel of actually getting your message out there. There's people everywhere doing so many inspirational things. So I guess even though we might PR boobs and boats, we also get to PR these phenomenal, whether they're launching businesses or whether it might be that they're actually doing something change-making from a charity space. So I guess people's stories are what inspire us, and us telling those stories.
Everybody put their hands together for Naomi.
Anyone can probably answer this, but I might pitch it to Mitch in this case. How do you balance agility, that ability to fail fast, move on from an idea, with vision? You spoke about having clear vision, long-term goals. I know you reset goals daily, but a long-term vision. But in the midst of that, you've got to be agile, you've got to be willing to move on, look at a new core business. Does that make sense?
Does make sense? Yeah, for sure. But they're two totally different things, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, vision is your ultimate destination. And everything in between that is noise. It's noise. It's like when you watch the news and you've got the stock market on at night, it's going up and down every day. It's just noise. So I don't get caught up in the result. I get caught up in what I'm doing, the process, and going through the day-to-day. And if the day-to-day doesn't result in what I'm trying to achieve, then I can move sideways and go somewhere else. So I don't look at failures as a negative experience to me as a human. I look at failures as a learning experience, and so that'll be probably the best way, is just look at the I suppose the ups and downs as noise in the process of getting to your vision, and just be agile, move around, do what you have to do, but when you find the right thing, then just go all in, like in poker, all in.
We know about that. Amazing, awesome. So we have a digital version of that we retail online. Who would like it? Me. Awesome. Let's pick a business card out. November, and we'll be honoured that sat behind us there will not be these 6 amazing people. Will be another amazing individual called Steve Baxter. Many of you will know him from Shark Tank. Many of you will have aspired to maybe have his attention or to hear his wisdom. If you think these people were blunt, he'll call it exactly how he sees it. So hopefully we'll have the luxury of seeing you all here again on the 29th of November. But before we dish out a few presents to our speakers, I'd just like to put your hands together and thank them for their time.
Jack, his charisma, his kind of energy. He's just a great role model, you know, and an inspiration definitely to me. And the answers that were given were totally on par, but it's also actually given me drive to hear, you know, other people's kind of worries, maybe fears, or kind of things that they want to kind of make happen. And for those answers to come back with such clarity is left me with this real positivity. So it's been an amazing night. Yeah. Really awesome.
We loved it.
Loved it. We're happy. We're smiling. We're loving it. We'd come back. We want to.
Wrote 3 pages of notes.
I'm literally just setting up on the Gold Coast now. I think I might actually be about maybe 5 minutes behind schedule. Just wanted to make you aware of that. Day 1 as a business.
Does Rio recognise this Rio in 2018?
Rio does recognise Rio.
That's right.
Jay.
Hi, Rio. Jay. Did I just get skipped?
Justifiers. Give me an example of a justifier.
Just to make sure that I can help you to the best of my ability.